I really used the show to expand my network of amazing podcasters, and that is by doing interviews.
Yeah.
And that has definitely made a big change in my business, just because I get to know so many people through the show.
Yeah.
And I love that. I just makes it so much more fun for me. It's not just me rambling on to my microphone and just having all these solo episodes. I mean, the solo episodes actually get more downloads than interviews usually.
Okay. Yeah.
I didn't expect that, but it's true. But I keep doing interviews because I just like it so much, and I think expanding my network that way has had a really big impact on my business and on my show. And I also ask guests if they know anyone else who would be a good fit for my show.
Yeah.
And that has also had a really good impact on my show.
Awesome.
That gave me the opportunity to have some pretty big names on a show that otherwise I wouldn't necessarily reach out to. So yeah. I would say enjoy the ride. It can be a lot of work, and it can be tough because you see your download numbers going down maybe, and you're like, or not going up, which is also not great. And then you feel like no one is listening. And I definitely had this, especially with my first podcast, Digital Nomad Stories. After a few episodes, this was really my passion project, and after a few episodes I just didn't see the increase in download numbers that I wanted, and I just stopped because I was like, why am I putting all this time into this? No one is listening. And I started again with that podcast, and it's still not where I want it to be. As in like growth, so not necessarily download numbers like we talked about already, but the growth is not there where I want it to be. But I started enjoying this so much because it's not about the outcome anymore for me. It's more about just having fun in the process of recording, of editing, putting it out there, just getting feedback from people who listen to the show. Funny thing, my partner is actually my biggest fan. He listens to my new episode every Monday in the car. And then he tells me, oh, I listened to your podcast, I love it so much, blah, blah, blah. And that also makes, it's so random, but it makes it so much fun to just hear that feedback, even though like he'll probably like anything I just put on his show, because it's kind of his job, right, to like everything that I put out. But still, like it makes it so much more enjoyable. So find a way to enjoy the whole process, even if the numbers are not there, even if you feel like no one's listening. Make it fun for yourself. That has been my biggest tip.